Welcome back. We are going to keep drafting this Dalmatian. It's $1 entry. There's 101 entries allowed in this tournament. We are going to jam the heck out of it. We are in the 12th spot. Yeah, the 12th, it is what it is. We'll be probably double tapping running back unless we get a Jefferson to fall to us, in which case I'll probably take him just because getting that wide receiver value there, getting to take advantage of that tier break is pretty huge. If not, we'll be winding up with some smattering of James Cook, Saquon Barkley, Amari Hampton, Chase Brown. Those are kind of the guys. If we get lucky, maybe Genty. But I doubt it. Genty's been creeping up the boards as I've been watching these go, or doing these, participating and watching. That being said, I'm doing this directly after the one that maybe I posted right before this. Hence the same shirt, the Buffalo shirt. But Paraguay just beat Germany. And in about an hour, we've got what looks to be a really cracker match with Norway and Morocco. So that's going to be an awesome game. We're going to try to sneak one of these in real quick before we watch it. Okay. Shocker. Gibbs Robinson 1-2. Nakua above Chase. And again, it doesn't even matter. Yes, I am obviously massive Buffalo. I'd love to get Cook here at the 12th spot, but if I don't, I don't. It's fine. I'm going to play enough of these that I'll be able to get my guy. Okay, so chalk through 5. Taylor, so far, we're just taking ADP. Brown sneaks above McCaffrey, which I've been seeing happen here. McCaffrey goes. So we're still, maybe not chalk, but we're still standard here through 8. This is, I guess, the real decision point, but I think it's CeeDee Lamb, right? Okay, Jefferson. The 9 player takes Jefferson. 10 takes CeeDee Lamb, I'm assuming, or maybe wants one of these guys as a premium. But if you do that, you're just signing up to take double running back, which I guess is okay. But if you don't take CeeDee Lamb here, he's not going to make it back. So there's Lamb. Okay, and off we go. I'll be happy to take Cook and Hampton is what I would do here. So it looks like that's what I'm going to get to do. I like Barkley just fine, but I'm going to take this pairing here and feel pretty good about it. And then we'll probably grab 2 wide receivers here unless we get insane running back value to fall. And yeah, be happy with the 2 RB start, which is it's what you're going to get here. At 11-12, it's pretty much unless Lamb or Jefferson falls. Or unless you want to be that guy who pulls up London or Bowers, which would be, I think, the only 2 considerations. If you're really that high on one of these guys or you want to grab some sort of unique pairing, then that's totally fine. But I was saying in the draft we just did about how this spot I find difficult now to draft from because I don't value Pickens as at his ADP right here. But it's hard to pull anybody up because if you look at the smattering of wide receivers in there with the Olaves of the world and Neighbors, Rice's, Olave's probably the only no question marks at all. And then you're taking Olave in the second round. And again, Olave's a great asset. I'm not saying Pickens is a bad asset, but as a second round draft capital, when you're seeing just a few picks before it, often London and or Bowers, it just doesn't feel good because I feel London and Bowers as, in this instance now you're going to get Bowers here, which I think is fine. But I feel like those are a tier break again. So the Robinson player gets a gift of Bowers here, which is, I think this is great. So much better than Love, Brown, Pickens, etc. London obviously didn't fall. So I've been seeing Nico Collins creep way up draft boards. I think that's wrong, and I think that's wrong because CJ Stroud. That's why I think that's not. He's a great asset. I think he's a better asset down here. All right, Devontae Smith goes to the Bowers player, so they start with the Napolitan. 3 flavors here. You've got the Robinson, Bowers, Smith sort of trio. Um, the Puka player picks up McBride. Okay. Hall goes to the Chase player. Don't love Hall here. So I was going to say this, but I got distracted. Javante Williams here is where I think he belongs. I was talking about last draft how I was tempted to take him here and pair him with Robinson. I have him above ETN. I have him above Hall. I have him above Kyron Williams. It's just like there is no Alvin Kamara behind Javante Williams. There's actually nobody, and that's a really good offense. So like, who's back there? Blue. It's he's going to get all the carries. And I just think that's super valuable in an offense to store a lot of points. Okay, so Higgins and Neighbors, I guess, are what we're going to do here. We could take Ibuka. We'll see. Actually, we'll see who takes. I don't. Josh Allen with James Cook. I mean, we can do that. I don't have that pairing yet. It's going to put us behind at. It's going to put us behind at uh, wide receiver. But so who do we want to be our first wide receiver? Of all these guys, I think Ibuka. I like Ibuka. I like Neighbors obviously, but he's got to come back to life. Um, let's grab Ibuka over Neighbors. We're gonna punt Neighbors even further. We'll give the gift to the Genti player. But I don't want to. I don't want to headhunt Dart necessarily. So, and I think the Neighbors player has to grab Dart so he can go for it since we just grabbed Allen. So we got Allen Cook, we got our guys, we got Hampton, we got Ibuka. We definitely need to target wide receivers. So as we look at our ADP, 60-61 is where we'll be drafting. And if you go down here and look at the 60-61 range, will be if maybe a Carnell Tate, maybe Thomas, Tyson, um, Burrow and Daniels are of no interest to us. Marvin Harrison and Parker Washington, I feel like we're kind of at that point really just not guys that I want as my wide receiver too, right? So hopefully we get one of the other guys, but we'll see how we go here. Yeah, we're at 60, so we should land um, one of these guys. I don't think the Doomsday will make it back, but like one of these guys should fall. They typically do. Um, and if not, we'll just grab Tyson. I'm happy to have him. We can look to grab Schroeder later. We also have DJ Moore that he won't, I don't think he's going to make it back, but it's only 5 spots. So we'll see. Okay, interesting. The Nakua player who took Love decided to do a McBride Loveland. So, all right, they're clearly done at tight end, but that's an interesting. I guess they're going to try to take Caleb Williams here at 70. Where does Caleb Williams ADP go? Caleb Williams sits right there at 71, so I guess that maybe makes sense. Waddle, Williams, Adams off the board. I have Williams above Waddle. I think I have Williams above Evans. I have Williams above Burden. I have Burden behind McLaurin. Maybe Burden behind Evans. Yeah, I'm not super high on Burden. I'm not low on him either. I just am high on Roma Dunze, which brings Burden back to earth. The Burden hype. All right, then they picked up Montgomery. So they're going to go with sort of this anchor wide receiver, hero wide receiver build, if there even is such a thing, and just hang on to Kua here in the third pick and just say this guy's going to score me enough points. All right, we see a run on running backs here with Montgomery, Henderson, Swift, Irving off the board. Uh, if Quinshawn Judkins makes it back to us, which he shouldn't. Yeah, he's way past 8. Well, he's at ADP now, but if he does, I'm snapping him off. I'm absolutely snapping him off. All right, Moore gets snapped. I don't think Judkins is going to make it back, but we should get one of the receivers down through Tyson, and I'll be happy to take them. And then we'll pair them with. We could take Jadarian Price here. I would prefer to go double wide receiver, but I don't. I don't love Marvin Harrison, and I don't love. Well, I prefer these quarterbacks we already have. Um, our quarterbacks and our quarterback. I don't want to take quarterback here. So Watson goes. So we get a Dunze. That's awesome. That's really awesome. That's really amazing. And who else do we get? Tyson. Oh, we got gifted. We got gifted. This is great. So, okay, the reason I didn't want to target a quarterback here is we can look for Mayfield or Shud down here. They're ADPs. It's important to look at this. Uh, are 118 to 121. And we're drafting here at the 109, so we can pull one of them up if we want, which is great. Now, I don't think we're going to get the other one to fall that far, but that's fine. We'll pull one of them up, and then we'll have a stack. We won't get Williams at 84. Williams goes um, at 71, and that is right in range for the 11 players, so they'll probably take them. Higgins, that's the hidden player. It's Burrow. This is a great team so far. I actually really like this. Genty, Barkley, Higgins, Neighbors, Watson, Burrows. Great stack. I love our squad. Cook, Hampton, Allen. We get Ibuka and Dunze and Tyson. So we have three really attractive wide receiver threats. No marquee wide receiver, right? Like we didn't get one of the AJ Browns, Peyton Smith, Rices of the world, Olaves. I think that pretty much ends with like Mercante Hayden's. Like we're just past that. Neighbors, arguably, but I chose to pass on Neighbors here. I wanted to go for Buka. But in the absence of having those guys, like I like where we're at. Now we are going to be light on running back. We are going to look to prioritize that. And after price, there is a significant fall off. But let's take a look at bye weeks here. Oh, these guys share bye. Okay, not ideal. Not ideal. Did not know that, but now I do. So Hampton, well, very enticing. But I guess it's just 1 week. And if this team blows up, um, right, because the advanced structure is out of the 12. So 1 week is not going to kill. All right. Uh, 84. I would like to grab another one of the running backs, but I don't like RJ Harvey. I'm not super huge on him. I've been drafting more J.K. Dobbins, but that's the other side of the draft board, right? So we might need to take Harvey on ADP here, just as we do need another running back, and then we can look to snap off. Um, Wow, we got some good quarterbacks, but we'll look to snap off another receiver, maybe like a Reed or an Addison or a Godwin. Godwin, if we do Godwin, that's going to really prioritize us to pull up Mayfield, right? So RJ Harvey, and then Reed, Addison, or Godwin. Prescott goes to McMillan Lamb player, who also has Walker, Williams, Judson's Price. I like that. They're behind in wide receiver, but they're doing okay. Joe Burrow player. So let's take Jaden Reed and let's take RJ Harvey. Now we've got three running backs and four receivers. Pretty balanced start. And where does Love go? Where's Love's ADP? Love's ADP is at 111. So we could get Love here. We could look with Josh Allen. I think you typically want to go two QBs, but I don't know that I put Love in the elite QB range. And I think we might be in a world where we just double tap like a should and a Love there, or a um, Love's at 111, should is at 121, Mayfield's at 118. So we could just grab two of those three guys right there, just stacked with each one of our uh, wide receivers here. We stacked with at least two of them. That could be interesting. The other options are going to be, in terms of positional value, um, Golden's going to be in that range. So maybe that's what we do. If we get Golden to drop, we grab Golden and we double stack with Jordan Love. I could be down for that. I should be down for that. And again, we said Jordan Love has an ADP of love 111, and we're going to be here at 108. So unless somebody wants to pull him up, and I think the only thing who wants to pull person who wants to pull him up is the Watson player, but they have Joe Burrow here, so we'll see. They also picked up Godwin, so yeah, like this team, like this team. So yeah, maybe we grab one of the one of the QBs here, and um, Dobbins is not going to fall that far, but he would be nice. Then we just have all of Denver's backfield plus these two guys to be good. Dobbins, yeah, I didn't think he'd fall that far. So we want Jordan Love. And do we want any of these guys over Jordan Love? Man, maybe we would have gotten Dart had we taken Neighbors. I think, like, I don't know. I think Golden with the double stack is good. I like these running backs fine, but I think that this could be pretty valuable here. Right? Like I think taking Gainwell and Rashad White's fine, but I think going with the double stack is going to be the right move. So we're gonna do it. We'll just be missing the Watson and Kraft points. I hope the Kraft player doesn't take Love here. If he does, it's okay. We got backup. We got a backup plan. He may actually look to take Matthew Golden here and try to wheel Love, but he does take Love. Oh man, what are you gonna do? Okay, so that does change my strategy. I'm gonna grab Gainwell actually, and then I am actually going to grab one of these two Bs because I don't think we'll see them back. I'm gonna grab Mayfield. Um, I'm just gonna reach on him. I don't mind doing it. I'm gonna stack him with Ibuka. We're not gonna see him back here at 132 or Shug. And even if we do, we'll take him. I'll take another quarterback before the end. But I just want to just make sure we get him. And I liked picking up Gainwell. So since we weren't going to get Watson with Love, which interesting, the Love player who we got. Sorry, we weren't going to get Golden with Love, but the Love player who's got Kraft and Watson chooses to pass on Golden. I guess they need another running back. They only have Genti and Barkley, so that actually makes sense. Their construction dictated that. But okay, so our team construction so far: Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield, James Cook, and Hampton, R.J. Harvey, Kenny Gainwell, Ibuka, Odunze, Tyson, and Reed, and no tight ends yet. So this kind of build, we'll probably go with. We might just stick with two quarterbacks. They've got different bye weeks. I mean, I think we're fine with that. And if anything, if we're gonna have two of these folks on bye here, although yeah, this is fine actually the way it splits. Um, it's just crazy that I have so many week 10 buys. I guess I'm just punting week 10. Wow, wow. Everyone's on bye. My folks better do good. I can't draft any more week 10s or week 7s for that matter. Note to self. All right. So Stafford, Murray, Goff go off. Golden finally goes at 115. That's a great value. We're going to be at 132, 133. So if we go over here and take a look, we'll be in the Tracy Diggs, Dallas Goddard, Keaton Mitchell wasteland. Um, Back here, it doesn't matter. Back here, just snapping people off. I guess we'll be maybe looking for Jalen McMillan to stack up with Baker Mayfield. Um, but not at 133, I don't think. He's considerably lower. He's just a name I like better than some of these guys, right? McMillan's 144, so yeah, we'll be way ahead. Um, yeah, I don't love the range names here. I like Likely. If Likely falls, probably take him. I guess we could be looking to grab Kincaid if he falls, step with our boy. I guess Chris Rodriguez if he falls. At least there are some names that could fall, but we'll see. All right, Shug gets snapped off by the Wandale Robinson, Downs, Washington, Evans, AJ Brown, Jamar Chase player. Interesting. I think they have a great year. Still think you want one of his assets. Um, St. Brown, Nico Collins went ET instead of Tootin. I love that. Then Jackson, Quentin Johnson, Worthy, Parasol, Goff. Yeah, I like this team. I like this team a lot, actually. They only have three running backs. They will have to work on that um, for sure. But we got to add some wide receivers here, almost certainly. Again, or maybe I could just take Kincaid and Likely and just be good for a while. Could do that and just say, hey, we're going to go with two tight ends, and these are the two tight ends. Likely does. All right, we'll take Kincaid. And then honestly, I think we want Chris Rodriguez. Yeah, I want him over the. So I actually think we're probably done with running back now with five, and we're gonna go three tight ends and seven receivers, or maybe we're going eight receivers. All right, we'll see how that goes, and or maybe we pick up one more running back too. We'll see. We do need to pick up at least three more receivers. We're either going seven or eight. I just see us going eight, maybe. You also see us going seven. Malik Willis, McMillan. Excited for this Norway game coming up. Really excited for the game. Like Norway, like Holland, like watching them play. It should be a good game. McMillan, Darnold, the Stafford Prescott player took Willis with no pairing. It's interesting. It's interesting. Maybe he thinks he's going to be running around all over the place. Oh man, unbelievable. Chris Rodriguez has a bye week to seven too. I drafted way too many of the same bye weeks. It's okay if you do this with one week, but there are 2 weeks where my team is going to be significantly handicapped. Week seven, I'm going to be missing a quarterback and three running backs. And week 10, I'm going to be missing a quarterback, two running backs, and two wide receivers. Oh, I'm going to be missing a tight end in week seven, too. Okay, so, all right. Yeah, maybe I overdid it a little bit. I think when you're doing the stacks, you got to also make sure that you don't off stack, right? And pick up too many of the same buys here, but it's all good. All right, so we're going to be drafting now at 156, 157, the 13, 12, and the 14, 1. If we go down here and look in that range, Denzel Boston is in that range. Juwan Johnson's in that range. We don't need another. We're not going to do another quarterback. We're just going to go with two on this one. Um, I guess those are the names I kind of like. I don't like the other names around here. I don't think we want to reach up and pull up Spears or Algier, Bigsby or Robinson. I mean, maybe is one of our picks, but um, Juwan Johnson actually I think is a strong second tight end to add. So again, we do need more receivers, so I definitely need to grab a receiver with as one of these. And Boston's fine. Um, I guess Tucker's fine. Uh, I guess Flournoy's fine. Don't really love him there, but that's okay. And maybe of these tight ends, um, I like Hunter Henry actually. I mean, I would grab Joan Johnson too, but I like Hunter Henry. Checo goes there. Coleman, Jennings, Checo. Boston goes. Tucker goes. All right, I guess we're gonna take. Actually, let's take Naylor and Hunter Henry. I don't have any Naylor yet. All right. So now we have five receivers: Ibuka, Adunze, Tyson, Reed, and Naylor. Um, and because we have Naylor, if oh, Mendoza already went. I was gonna say if he makes it back, we could go ahead and snap him off and actually go with a third wide receiver, a third quarterback. But I'm not gonna grab any of these guys' names. It doesn't make any sense. So where did Mendoza go? Oh, back here. Okay, before Jones. All right, Hawkinson goes off the board. So through our last four, we're definitely going to grab one more tight end. Probably going to grab two more wide receivers and one more running back or three more wide receivers. Yeah, maybe one more running back and two more wide receivers. So we're going to be drafting down here at the 180, 181. And if you go into the rankings here, we'll be right in this range of Jeremy Bernard, Calvin Ridley, um, right, Dolch, Helm, Judy, Branch could be the fallers. Tucker could be a faller. I would definitely look to pick him up. Um, we could go with a third quarterback. If we do that, we're going to be shy one running back. Sampson is somebody I consider, but I don't think he's going to fall because we're at 170. We're at 180. He goes off at like 173. So we could snap off. I feel like I'm getting Rodgers in all of these drafts because I just feel like the value over these folks here, it just makes sense. It's just like, it just makes sense. And then you can turn around and grab Jeremy Bernard right there with him, and all of a sudden you just have a sneaky little stat that could be something. Uh, yeah, it just makes sense. Uh, but if one of these running backs are up, I'm going to grab one of them and then grab a wide receiver. I guess maybe it's Branch or Bernard or Malik Washington. Because I'm assuming all these guys are doing it. Just Trey Harris, if he falls, he's not going to fall that far. Come on. No way. Ayuk, Judy, Ridley. Ayuk is something else, man. The stuff he's been posting on social media, I don't know if you can believe that he's going to play this year. So, like Bigsby, too. Kind of like all these guys, the same, for the same reasons. And then maybe Zachariah Branch. All right. Malik Washington goes, yeah. Tesla off the board. Dulcich off the board. All right. Here I'm gonna take Tucker and I mean, man. Yeah, let's take Branch. I don't think we need another running back. And I think we did nothing by taking Tucker because he's on by week 10, just like Baker Mayfield. Oh, good. All good. I guess we just are the Bucks, right? We have Mayfield, um, Tucker, and Ibuka. We just have the Bucks offense. I just think they're appropriately priced. Like I just think that they're appropriately priced for what you're getting, and they're gonna score a lot of points this year. Okay, in the last two we need um, one more wide receiver and one more tight end, right? In the last two picks. Yep. One more wide receiver and one more tight end. We have a 2, 6, 7, 3. We are drafting from the turn here at the 204, 205. So, 204, 205. We'll be looking at like Giuseppe, David Njoku. This Parkinson's terrible. Um, Stowers if he falls. And then we need a wide receiver. We'll take Tampa Bay, but if he falls, I don't think he'll fall, but we'll take the correlation there. Um, I guess maybe of these guys, I guess we take Keon Coleman because we got Josh Allen. Yeah, let's do that. Let's pair Coleman with Allen. Should reach down and grab Styler Bell if we think that Bell's going to be a thing. How far down does he go? He's down here? Could be something. Maybe I could have looked to take another tight end here and then gone Coleman Bell here at the end and just had two of his threats. Something to consider. Well, I'm drafting these because for $1, I'll be drafting a lot of these. That's for sure. And I'll be posting most of them on here. So, all right, Franklin off the board. Stribling, Hill. Who knows where Hill's playing this year? Davis, love Davis in this range. Cook goes down. He's going to win you your lead. Something else I should be considering when I'm drafting Cook. I don't try to handcuff too much in best ball because honestly, like, it's best ball. You're just shooting shots here. If one of your guys goes down, it's more about your portfolio and your exposure to them. But there is something to be said for there's something to be said for having certain handcuffs, and I think Ray Davis is one of them. Okay, so I like K-Dot. No, there's no way he's gonna fall down here, right? I can't imagine, but I didn't even bother starring him because there's no way he's falling. But okay, okay, if he does, I'll take him and continue the 7 and 10 bye week. All right, no, he does there. All right, I like Fryermuth a lot. I have a lot of exposure to Fryermuth because I just think he can catch some touchdowns. But K. Dotton goes to the Juwan Johnson player who only has those two tight ends. Okay. Laporta, Andrews, Sadiq. That's a pretty good tight end core. Olave, Burden, Golden, Samuel, Williams, Dell. Okay, and they've got Jones, Lawrence, and Daniels. Daniels, they did not stack anybody here, right? Jones. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. All right, looks like Giuseppe is who we're going to end up with. Fryermuth goes to the Hawkinson player, who's also got Warren. I feel like Warren may be one of those where you only need two. I'll draft Keon Coleman. All right. So the team winded up Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, James Cook, Amari Hampton, Harvey, Gainwell, Rodriguez, Tucker, Adbuka, Adunze, Tyson, Reed, Naylor, Branch, Coleman for the wide receivers, Kincaid, Henry, and Giuseppe for the tight ends. I actually really like this team. I actually really, really like this team. And not just because it has Josh Allen and James Cook on it, but because I really like this team. This is a good one. Um, Sweet. Thank you guys for checking out the draft. Thank you for checking out the channel. If you haven't already, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button and subscribing. And yeah, thanks a lot. See you in the next one.